Am I seeing double? Do you have two tails?
Your eyes are working just fine. Yes, I have two tails. You want to pet them?
Wow, does it hurt when your tail splits into two? Which one did you grow first? Oh, and what do you do when they start moving around while you're asleep?
I don't exactly think she is the exact same type of kitty that you are.
Not to mention that being in a news agency makes me pretty well connected. That'll come in real handy if you're ever traveling in Fontaine. And if you ever wanted to run an ad in the paper one day, no problem. I could make that happen.
You know, I just realized that her camera is not just any sort of camera. She's made her camera into a little guy. He's got himself a nice little bow tie. He's got himself a nice hat.
And when he told me the amount, well, my jaw practically hit the floor.
Really? What kind of card back was it?
Nothing special. I just picked it up at the general goods store. It had a treasure chest design on it. I only bought it because it was dirt cheap. This guy offered me 3 times what I paid for it and handed me the Mora right then and there. I could...
Welcome back to another game theory where we suppose that the guy sold the cards so he could get the treasure hoarders off his back and then put the treasure hoarders on this guy, and we're gonna find out if it was just a theory and it didn't work.
No, I didn't. Genius Invocation TCG has been getting pretty popular lately, and some people will pay good Mora to make their decks look flashy. It didn't strike me as that unusual. But after I gave him the card back, he let out a sigh of relief and said something about, that's all the Mondstadt ones. Next stop, Liyue. Or something like that.
Oh boy.
Or something like that. He either said that or he didn't. How certain are you?
I'm positive. I know what I heard. Once the card was in his hands, he suddenly relaxed like a huge burden had been taken off his shoulders. It was genuine relief. Could that card back really be as valuable as he thought?
That I don't know, but in the interests of your personal safety, I suggest you report all of this to the Knights of Favonius. After all, you weren't doing anything against the law, were you?
Right? Yeah, no, that makes sense. I'll go speak to the Knights of Favonius right away.
It sounds like that guy's just collecting rare card backs. Are you sure this is the person you're after, Charlotte?
Well, it definitely doesn't add up. You really think someone out there is going from nation to nation, shelling out huge sums of money for a few card backs bought from a grocery store? My gut tells me that there's more to this story than the card back alone. This entire situation reeks of exclusive news.
Do you think there's real treasure involved?
Ooh, treasure! Maybe the card backs make a treasure map. You know, collect all the pieces, put them together, and they reveal where the treasure is buried.
Who knows? But wherever this leads, we're definitely onto something. Even though I didn't manage to get a good look at his face, his physique and the way he moved were identical to the card snatcher I saw last time. I'm sure it's the same guy. He was much more discreet this time, though. I guess he didn't want to risk trying anything with so many potential witnesses around.
From the sounds of it, we need to head to Liyue next, right? Paimon can't wait! We have tons of friends in Liyue, too. But shouldn't we check in with Kaya before we leave? Paimon at least wants to find out who won the final.
Good idea. Let's go.
So from the looks of it, it'll take you 30 minutes, it'll take you probably 30 to 40 minutes to finish with one part of the story quest for the event. Because, like, well, I've been here for 30 minutes and we're about to leave. And I'm about to turn off chat group notifications on my PlayStation. They're blowing up right now.
I hereby declare the winner of the Mondstadt Regional Final of the King of Invocations Grand Prix is... Timmy!
I knew he'd win.
Wow, Timmy won! That's amazing!
I mean, if he didn't want, I'm sure he would have pulled out some sort of explosion. Referencing his voice actress. Yes, I said actress.
I was beaten by the best. Timmy's a tough opponent. He had me on the back foot the entire time.
There's always next time.
It's all right. You don't need to comfort me. This must be the journalist from Fontaine you mentioned earlier.
Why she looks so smug?
Charlotte, was it? Enchanté.
Excuse me?
I'm Kaya, cavalry captain of the Knights of Favonius. I trust you're enjoying your time in Mondstadt?
What did he just say? The only French thing I got is magnifique. That's all I got.
The pleasure is all mine. Mondstadt's reputation as the city of song and freedom is truly deserved. The mood here is simply delightful.
I'm glad you're liking it. Oh, by the way, I couldn't help but notice you all rushing towards the city's side gate earlier. Did you find something? I couldn't get it off my mind, even during the competition. I see.
So, it seems we have an answer to Kaya's question from earlier. What the card snatcher's really after is these card backs. But we still haven't figured out why he cares so much about them.
Well, while I'd love to accompany you all to Liyue Harbor, I'm afraid I still have my Knights of Favonius duties to attend to. In fact, our top priority right now is strengthening Mondstadt's defenses. Treasure hoarder activity has been increasingly rampant lately.
Don't worry, we'll keep you in the loop if we find anything. In fact, if Charlotte's journalistic instinct is on point, you'll probably be reading her exclusive report in the Steambird before long.
Wonderful. Then I look forward to reading all about it.
Thanks for supporting quality journalism. Okay, let's take tonight off and head to Liyue Harbor tomorrow. It'll give me a chance to write down everything that's happened today.
Oh, Paimon wanted to ask. See the two people on this poster? Are they the inventors of Genius Invocation TCG?
For
They
some
look so
reason-
young.
For some reason, when I looked at them, I thought it was, for some reason, like Venti and Zhongling, for some reason.
Maybe, but very little is known about either of them. Whether they've been living under a rock this whole time or just aren't interested in fame, I don't know. But hardly anybody has ever seen them.
As far as I know, they're the basic anime protagonists.
The poster's probably just an artist's impression to capture the general look and feel of the duo. Beyond that, I doubt it's very true to life.
Sounds like they're a couple of socially reclusive scholars. If Paimon were in their shoes, she'd be showing up to all the events, signing autographs, selling cards, and probably getting complimentary food and drink.
I approve. And to top it off, you could play a few rounds of Genius Invocation with everyone.
I was reading up on the game's inventors before I came to Mondstadt. I was originally hoping to arrange an interview with them, but I soon discovered that there's no mention anywhere of where they live or of any Genius Invocation events that they've attended. It's as if they've designed the game and then never played it again.
What a mysterious couple of game designers.
Either they don't want to play the game, or they're unable to. But they must have their reasons.
I wonder if they'll show up at all during the King of Invocation's Grand Prix.
Maybe, if you get lucky. And based on my experience, the Traveler seems to have no shortage of that.
Oh, really? Well, that gives me one less thing to worry about.
Hearing that? Really? Anyway, hopefully my luck won't run out anytime soon.
Anyway, our focus is still on tracking down the card snatcher. I heard Snezhnaya has an old saying. If you try chasing two rabbits at once, you'll only end up empty-handed.
Well, the Traveler and Paimon can always split up and chase one rabbit each. Oh, okay. Now Paimon's feeling hungry. We can worry about all this later. Right now, it's time to get some grub.
You can always trust Paimon to know where life's priorities lie. If it's food you're after, I recommend taking a look at the nearby stalls. The tournament has brought quite a crowd, so there's a lot of fun to be had around the venue.
Sounds great. Thanks, Kaya.
I want to say something and I can't remember. So, what's the mini-games? You can get all of these in Mondstadt? There's no way you can actually do all of these in Mondstadt.
City on the Lake teams with talent in TCG tournament as young prodigy best Favonian cavalry captain. This title saves face for the Knights, but lacks a little oomph. Top strategic mind of the Knights of Favonius outsmarted by Bridge Boy in 5-round failure.
By Bridge Boy.
Captain's championship hopes crushed in dazzling Dark Horse defeat? Maybe I should stick with my first draft.
You know, usually I don't really like reporter characters, you know, because they're just sometimes just kind of eh. But she's kind of funny. Anyway, hello there. Should I include this card? I still have some cards left. Oh, hey, Traveler. My apologies, I was too busy thinking about the card decks that I didn't notice you. I'm an adventurer commissioned by the Guild to help organize the King of Invocations Grand Prix, and I'm in charge of a dual event with special rules. We named it 0 Hour Invocation. How is this any different from ordinary TCG duels? Oh, no. 0 Hour Invocation is an unofficial tournament with its own rules. In 0 Hour Invocation, you will not be using your own decks. Instead, you'll be choosing 3 out of the 8 incomplete pre-built decks to form a full deck. Within the 3 decks, you'll find some newly released cards. As for using them to their full potential, that'll depend on your card skills. The rest of the rules are identical to ordinary matches. If you're out of ideas on how you should build your deck, we're always happy to help. But I can't guarantee how good the decks will be. Anyway, I suggest that you choose and build your own decks. You'll be using them to duel with other players after all. If you're confident about your own skills, you can head over to the other cities where the Grand Prix is being held and try out 0 Hour Invocation there. Oh, and you don't have to stress over it. In 0 Hour Invocation, all participants will receive prizes, regardless of the outcomes of their duels. If you're interested, come try it out. To be honest, I think we'll leave the, any mini games for this event for absolute last. You know, I know I usually want to end the event with everything done, but considering that I think the card games are going to be pretty damn long. Actually, no, that guy looks like he wants to do the painting. What time is it already? I mean, it's only 4. I doubt that I won't be finished with the story here before like 8 or something. Because I could just do the card, I can do any of these mini games just sitting in a party with a friend. Anyway, what a surprise, I think my invention could be used in this fashion. Traveler, it seems we meet again. That's both real and not. I thought you left Mondstadt. Did something go wrong with your invention again? No, not at all. Not this time, or should I say, there was never a problem. When I asked you for help previously, I was having a monster problem, not an invention problem. But, let's get back on topic. This time I've been invited by the Mondstadt Adventures Guild to create several mechanical paintings based on certain card faces that can be disassembled and reassembled. As for the card game, what was it again? Ah, right, it's called Genius Invocation TCG. According to them, these paintings will be brought to be used in the King of Invocations Grand Prix as a sort of mini-game to liven things up just a bit. These things are too complicated for me. I should just concentrate on my inventions. Concentrate, not concrete. Ah, yes, Mondstadt's mechanical paintings are fine with me. I mean, are with me, not... If you want to play around with them, feel free. Yeah, I think we could just try leaving the mini-games for absolutely last this time. What's the point of having so many variations of the same tabletop game? Traveler, maybe give a little warning next time? Are you here for the King of Invocations Grand Prix too? What are you up to? Oh, this is a game designed by an adventurer from the Guild. They say it's an innovative tabletop game that combines Genius Invocation, TCG, and combat. It's called Heart of the Dice. Since we're involved in organizing the King of Invocations Grand Prix, the Guild decided to host a minigame inspired by the adventurer's design. How do you combine card games and combat? To be honest, I don't really understand either. There's a rule book here, though. Just look at how thick it is. If I'm not mistaken, the core gameplay mechanism to Heart of the Dice would be strategically using your dice. Anyway, if you're interested, please have a go at it. Huh? Oh. Um... That's not what I thought we were... Oh, hey, there's Mika! Anyway. Should we... No, because that's just a side quest, so we deal with that later. Please wait, are you here for King of Invocations Grand Prix? If you have a minute, I'd like to tell you a little more about the event hosted by the Adventurers Guild called A Tour of Wonders. Okay, let's hear it. Oh, thank you. Then I'll go ahead and introduce the basics of this event. Simply put, the Adventurers Guild has placed multiple scenic checkpoints in various locations across Mondstadt. All you have to do is find these scenic checkpoints and mark your sightseeing handbook with the commemorative stamps at each location. The challenge will be considered complete once you find every scenic checkpoint and collect all the stamps. Sure sounds like something the Adventurers Guild would host. We put a lot of thought into the placement of these scenic checkpoints. However, some of them are located in remote areas, and I can't guarantee they're entirely clear of monsters. But I'm sure that dealing with those monsters would be a walk in the park for someone as experienced as you. That's all from me. Here's your sightseeing handbook. Have fun. Okay. So that one's pretty basic.
Hey there. Something else you wanted to discuss?
About Genius Invocation TCG.
The game's really caught on lately. It's a part of everyday life now. Everywhere you go, you see people playing it. In fact, some people have even given up drinking in order to keep a clear head during the game.
That's good.
I'm sure Diona will be happy to hear that.
How are the Knights of Favonius holding up?
Don't worry, everyone's just fine. I actually managed to convince Jean to join me for a game, but we only got part of the way through before she was called away. I ended up having to finish the match for the two of us. What can you do? Everyone has to put their work first, but seeing how successful the tournament has turned out and how much fun everyone's had, I'm hoping that she at least has one less thing to worry about.
Let's catch up another time.
Sure. We should have a game of Genius Invocation TCG when you get the chance.
Wait, why is everyone leaving? Did I miss it?
Ah, Mika. Too bad you weren't here to see it. I'm afraid that Captain Kaya lost.
What? Tell me everything. What happened?
Well, I don't know much about Genius Invocation myself, but I did try to follow along by listening in to what everyone was saying. Captain Kaya took out one of Timmy's character cards right at the start, giving him an early advantage. But I guess that was all part of his opponent's strategy? In any case, Timmy spent the first few rounds stocking up cards in his hand and then swung the game with a brutal offensive right at the end. But, you know, maybe the match was already over from the moment they flipped the coin and determined that Kaya would go second. Whew, I need a drink.
Calm down, bro. Now's not the time to start drinking your sorrows away.
Hold on. I didn't think Mika was gonna be that character to say, yo, bro. Just say bro at all. What? Bro, when does the quiet guy say bro? You wouldn't hear me saying that in school.
Knowing Captain Kaya, he wouldn't want to see you upset over his loss. Hey, why don't we learn how to play too? Maybe then, we'll get to play against Captain Kaya someday. Though, I'm sure we'd lose pretty badly to him.
Yeah, you're right, Mika. Not a bad plan.
That was everyone, I believe. Okay, what time did we need to wait for? 8:10. 8:10. This is just to be very sure. Sometimes the game doesn't actually mean tomorrow, it means the day after. Now I need to check the videos that I uploaded, the final Dragon Quest episodes, and see if they're all up there and getting up there correctly. Seems only 2 have made it so far. Anyway.
It's about time for us
To Liyue. And going back on the footage of when I first came to Liyue, everyone's sitting here like, some people are sitting here like, how do you say Liyue? And I'm coming over here not knowing that this place existed. I just come up here and the game says Liyue, and I'm like, oh hey, it's Liyue. And some people struggle with that. I don't know, I was looking at nostalgia, that's all.
Wow. Liyue Harbor is still bustling as always.
Where merchants flock and all ships dock. Now I understand what that saying was trying to describe. Still, nothing beats seeing it with your own eyes.
Welcome to Liyue Harbor. I hope you had a smooth journey. Lady Ningguang instructed me to wait for you here.
Oh, it's Ningguang's secretary! Which Bai is it again?
It's Baiwen. I assist Lady Ningguang with collecting and organizing intelligence.
That's right, Baiwen! Paimon remembers now. The other two are Baishir and Baishao.
Lady Ningguang? You mean Tianxuan of the Liyue Qixing?
Yep, that's her. But why does Ningguang want to see us? Wait, and how does she even know that we'd be arriving in Liyue Harbor today?
Lady Ningguang likes to stay informed. Nothing slips through her intelligence network. She wishes to invite our visitor from Fontaine, Mademoiselle Charlotte, to join her at Eugene Terrace to discuss cooperation.
What would she want with me? This is the first time I've ever been to Liyue Harbor.
Lady Ningguang has known of you for quite some time. A talented and capable journalist with the Steambird who writes insightful, engaging, and, most importantly, factual prose. She also understands that in revealing the truth in your exclusive news, you have offended some interested parties that have been pulling strings behind the scenes. And that is why you have been sent on an international reporting trip to cover the Genius Invocation TCG events.
Wait, what? That's terrible! Oh, poor Charlotte.
No, it's just part of the job. I'm already used to it. But I'm surprised to learn that Lady Ningguang knows so much about my situation. Does she know my boss or something?
Paimon wouldn't be surprised. She seems to know everyone and everything.
Lady Ningguang also welcomes the two of you to join, if you're interested.
Oh, you didn't tell me you were best buddies with Lady Ningguang.
Oh, Paimon wouldn't go that far. We've just been invited to the Jade Chamber as honored guests a couple times. You know.
Enough with the humble bragging, Paimon.
But anyway, if Ningguang wants to discuss work stuff with Charlotte, it's probably gonna be best if we stay out of the way, right? Maybe we can go ask around about the card snatcher while you have your meeting with Ningguang.
Oh, are you sure?
Absolutely, no trouble at all.
All right, thanks. Then I'll leave you to it. Let's catch up and swap notes later. I'm actually pretty excited to meet Lady Ningguang, so I don't want to keep her waiting.
Very well. Please, Mademoiselle Charlotte, follow me.
See you two later.
Man, what are these words?
Sounds like Charlotte's a top-notch journalist, huh? Paimon's not sure what that exclusive news is all about, but it definitely sounds like a big deal. And if she manages to write up an article about this card snatcher case, we'll be featured in her exclusive news too!
It feels like we're about to become famous.
Let's just focus on the task at hand.
Yep, you're right. Okay, why don't we start asking around at the docks? There's always a lot of people coming and going. Maybe someone's seen people trading cards there.
Well, you know how I did the Yoimiya Story Quest 2 the other day? I did not find the music that played in the cutscene for her second story quest. Very sad. Man, I have not been here in forever. I've been stuck in Sumeru for months. It's always nice to come back to these places. And then Fontaine's gonna come out, and then I'm gonna be, it's gonna happen again. We're gonna come back to Mondstadt and be like, I haven't been to Mondstadt in forever. I haven't been to Liyue in forever. I haven't been to Inazuma in forever. And there's gonna be a point where it's like, I haven't been to Sumeru in forever. Then we're gonna be at the end of the game, and I'm just gonna be listing off every place I have not been to in forever.
Hey there, got a question for you.
Hello. Ask away. If it's fish you want, I've got all the answers.
Actually, it's not about fish. We were just wondering, since you're here all day running your stall, have you seen anyone collecting card backs for Genius Invocation TCG?
Genius Invocation TCG. Afraid I don't know anything about that. People come here for blackback bass, but not card backs.
Really? Sorry to bother you then. We'll try our luck somewhere else.
Don't you want to buy some fish to take with you? All my fish are super fresh, you know.
Sorry, man. I already put a bunch of money into you for fish.
Hi there, can we ask you a question?
Sure, go ahead. I'll answer as best I can.
Have you noticed anyone here collecting card backs for Genius Invocation TCG recently?
Card backs. No, I'm afraid not. Sorry. Just before, a girl in Inazuman attire walked by, and I've been sneezing nonstop since.
Oh my god, I actually just thought about that. You get yourself the little cat girlfriend, but what if you're allergic to cats? You're gonna be sneezing all day.
Well, take care of yourself and get well soon. We'll keep asking around.
I'll be alright. While the Millilith stands guard, evil shall never prevail.
Sounds like you're going through something else, buddy. Hey, buddy, talk to Wool.
Hi there, we'd like to ask you about something.
Oh, sure, ask away. The ship's already set sail anyway, so I've got all the time in the world.
Have you seen anyone around here recently collecting card backs? You know, for that really popular game, Genius Invocation TCG?
Collecting card backs? I've definitely seen people around here playing the game, but I'm usually preoccupied with thinking about the sea. I've never paid too much attention to it.
It's fine, we'll ask someone else.
Oh, I really can't afford to wake up late next time.
Well, this got off to a slow start. Let's try somewhere else.
Hey, you two. Looking for someone?
Hey, Kazuha.
Paimon knows that voice. It's Kazuha!
It's the boy. The only character in the game who is full-on thrown someone on their ass.
Nice to see you again, Traveler and Paimon.
It's been too long. How have you been?
Very well, thank you. Even better now that you're here. Captain Beidou needed to return to Liyue to take care of some business, so I've been taking the chance to get to walk around town. It's a nice surprise to run into you two here. Looks like you have questions. May I be of any help?
Well, long story short,
I see. Well, the harbor breeze is as peaceful and pleasant as ever. I don't believe that the card snatcher you're looking for has been through here.
huh. Okay.
I'm not sure if that's good news or bad in your eyes. Oh, by the way, it seems there's a competition being held nearby. I stopped to have a look. This Genius Invocation TCG. It seems to be immensely popular at the moment.
Wait, have you never played it before, Kazuha?
No, I haven't. I have quietly observed from the side. The captain brought a small box aboard recently that contained a variety of beautifully illustrated cards. She enjoys playing with the crew while enjoying a few drinks. A few too many, perhaps.
That's called the Casket of Tomes. It's what you use to carry your cards in, and it helps you find players nearby, too. You should give it a try, Kazuha. The rules are pretty easy to pick up, and then you'll have a fun game to play with your friends.
This is the perfect chance to learn.
Forging friendship through card-based combat does sound quite delightful. All right, then. Show me the ropes, if you please.
Paimon can teach you. Paimon's watched the Traveler play a ton of times, so even Paimon's a master invocator now.
Look at that smug Lumine face.
After we teach you the rules, we'll also have to get you a Casket of Tomes.
But what about this card snatcher you're looking for? Is not dealing with that more urgent at present?
Oh, good point. Paimon got so caught up chatting with our old friend that she nearly forgot about our promise to our new friend. Now where should we go next?
It's Cat Girl.
Huh? Hey, look over there! Isn't that the Inazuman courier who Diona was chatting with back in Mondstadt? What's she doing here?
You know, the thing I'm trying to understand here is, are those just special little boot paws, or are those her actual yokai feet?
Huh. I just noticed the logo at her waist. Isn't that Komania Express?
Huh? Do you know that company, Kazuha?
Yes, I've heard of it. They provide delivery services in Inazuma.
Looks like she's having some trouble. Why don't we go and introduce ourselves?
Whatever you do, don't scare her. She'll probably turn into a box and flee.
Which way is it from here?
Imagine if they put the detail in the game. Imagine just her eyes, as it got darker here, just did the normal thing that cats do. Just the shape just changes throughout the day.
Hey there! You look lost. Need any help?
You frightened
What?
the life out of me! Huh? Oh, I recognize you. Weren't you at the Catskill in Mondstadt?
I was not expecting that.
Yep, Paimon's name is Paimon, and these two are the Traveler and Kaitahara Kazuha. It's a strange coincidence running into you again.
Hello. Hello. My name's Kirara. I'm a courier for Inazuma's Komania Express.
Kirara. I'm not gonna remember to say it like that.
I know Komania Express is widely praised for its punctual and safe delivery services, but I wasn't aware that the company had started operating internationally.
Wow, it's rare to meet a fellow Inazuman abroad. Our company just recently began expanding its services overseas. Which is great for me, because now I basically get paid to travel all around the world. Only downside is, I sometimes get a bit lost when it's my first time in a new city. Sometimes, when I'm running late, I even have to change back into my original form and climb over walls to make sure the parcel's on time.
I just imagine there's the little the timer for the video just went off, which means we gotta end it here, but imagine a little timer goes off for her and she's like, darn it, I'm running late. Then she just turns into little box cat and then just zooms across an entire state right over the mountains and everything like that. And the package is just completely screwed at that point.
'Cause every night I will save your life, and every night I